said that not many are noble. And then he said that not many that are called. In other words, it's saying that God is not looking for just ability, but God is looking for availability. You might say, preacher, I don't know how to do a whole lot of things, but whatever I can do, I'm going to help Pastor Rodgers in the ministry. I might not be able to sing in the choir. I might not be able to lead songs like Sister Austin. I might not be able to shout like Ella Woodard. But I can help out in any way that I can. Come on and say, Lord, I want you to use me. He's not looking for just ability, but he's looking for availability. Because I serve a God who will equip the called. Yeah. Come on, somebody shout glory. But verse 27, he said, but God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And God has chosen the weak things of the world to confound those that are mighty. So really God is saying that I use foolish things because I intend on using foolish things. Somebody said God uses foolish things because he intends on using foolish things. God has a way of making your past and present and future make no sense to you. Because if it makes sense to you, you'll stand the chance of glorifying yourselves instead of glorifying the Father. So some of us are constantly trying to figure out why is God calling me? I tell you one thing, God will make sure that you never feel worthy of the call. So he said, I called out the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. So in other words, God is saying that I need a fool. Did you hear what I said? I said God is saying that I really need a fool. God is saying, I chose you because you a fool. Come on, don't look at me like that. Because the devil is trying to figure out how in the world did God choose you? After all, the liquor you drank. After all, the cigarettes you smoked. After all, the weed you smoked. Unprotected, illicit sex that you were engaged in. Tell somebody that sounds like a fool to me. Yeah, God is saying that I need somebody who is just plain foolish. You can sit there if you want to and act like you've been saved all of your life. But I come to tell you that I was a fool. Hallelujah. I was a fool. I was doing everything that the devil wanted me to do. I smoked till I couldn't smoke no more. I drank till I couldn't drink no more. Having unprotected sex. Didn't even know who some people's last name was. Just out there doing whatever. But God said, come here, fool. You got to pastor New Chicago. Come here, fool. You got to preach the gospel. Come here, fool. You got to be minister music. But God has saved me. He's resurrected me. He lifted me. Will you shout yes? Shout yes. Yeah. Listen here. Yeah. Oh, almost 20 years ago. God went to Jonesboro and said, I need Pastor Adrian Rodgers and First Lady Susan Rodgers because I need a fool. You said, what do you mean calling the pastor a fool? He told his testimony. He drank the liquor. He smoked the dope, chasing women and catching them. That's the same kind of person that God will turn around and save and bring deliverance. That's why Jonesboro now has delivered homosexuals, delivered drug addicts, delivered alcoholics, delivered adulterers, delivered fornicators. Shout yes! Yeah, 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 yeah. And so now we're at New Dimensions. And now they're leading us to a new dimension. And whether you realize it or not, at some point, the devil has made you a fool. At some point, you paid the part of a fool. That's why the main ingredient said it, yes. Everybody plays a fool. Sometimes, I said everybody plays the fool. Sometimes. Psalms 51:5. It says that we were born in sin and shaped in iniquity. That sounds like a fool to me. Somebody said that sounds like a fool to me. Yeah. So my brothers and sisters, God is looking for somebody who was all out, sold out for the devil, who have the same enthusiasm that they used to act a fool in the club, the same enthusiasm that they used to smoke and get high in the club, the same enthusiasm that they would fight in public, that they would lie in public, cuss in public, and turn around and be saved, sanctified, and filled with the precious Holy Ghost. Tell somebody that I used to do this and I used to do that, but now I'm on the Lord's side. It makes me mighty happy. It makes me mighty glad. Tell them you gotta have a testimony. Tell them I used to dance in the club. Now I'm shouting in the church. I used to get drunk on liquor. Now I'm drunk on the Spirit. Tell somebody I'm not perfect, but God still chose me. Tell them I'm not perfect, but God, He still chose me. He changed me, and He's still changing me, rearranging me, lifting me, blessing me. I'm not perfect, but I'm chosen. Go and tell 3 people, I might not be perfect, but God still chose me. Don't be hard-headed in here. Get up and tell 3 people, I'm not perfect, but God chose me. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know about you, but I'm glad that God chose a fool. Tell your neighbor, I'm glad that God chose me. I could have been dead, sleeping in my grave, but God, He saved me. God delivered me. God touched me. Shout yes! Shout yes! Johnny Taylor said it a few years ago that if you're looking for a fool, here am I. Some of you need to lift your hands right now and say, Lord, if you need somebody, here am I. You can use me. Here am I. Yeah. Say, God, I'm available. I'm available to you. I'll do what you want me to do. I'll say what you want me to say. I'll go where you want me to go. I'm available. I'm here to give you glory, to magnify you, to glorify you. Will you shout yes? Listen here. Grab your neighbor by the hand and tell your neighbor, he's all right. Come on, don't play with me. I know some of y'all Baptists. He's all right. He's all right with me. He's all right with me. He picked me up and He turned me around and He placed my feet on the solid ground. He's all right. He's all right. He's all right. He's all right. Yeah. I wish I had 5 people who didn't mind coming down here and giving God a foolish praise. I wish I had about 5 people who didn't mind coming down front and give God a foolish praise. On the count of 3, give God a real praise. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go! Come on, act a fool. Act a fool. Act a fool. Ah!